Hi everyone, it's Mary Beth from MBGray Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got two irregular shaped trays for you. And we're kind of, we're picking out a theme to go with these trays. So we're doing shabby chic today. I hope you enjoy shabby chic. I love shabby chic. Now, a lot of people ask me, where do you get your stickers? Ob All of these came off of Amazon. That I shop on Amazon for UV DTF stickers. You could search like shabby chic, UV DTF, mermaid, ocean theme, whatever your theme is, right? And there's a lot of selections. So that's where I got these. But also the way and you can fast forward if you're not interested, but kind of sharing my thought process on how I come up with my design is I narrow down my UV DTF stickers to a small stack, and then I just go through and I have to finally make a decision, right? And I'll tell you, I really debated. I was thinking of doing a bee themed, which I can still do on another video if you're interested, but look at these gorgeous bee stickers. So this would be a cute theme also, kind of vintagey. I don't know. It's kind of shabby in itself too, but anyway, so it was between these or with the birds, and I chose this with the birds. So that's how I go about that. And once I choose my UVDTF stickers, then it takes me a very long time to go through colors and just figure out the color palette for each one. So for this one down here, I'll show you the sticker a little bit more close up. I chose three colors, all by Dianca Pours. I chose Alchemy, Opal Violet, which is an interference, and Wild Ivy. And my thought process behind this is the Wild Ivy, I think, will bring out the leaf color. And I thought the Alchemy looked really well with both this pink flower and these flowers, kind of an in-between. And then, of course, an interference is always going to look good. So that's my thought process there. So that's what we'll be doing for that one. Let me just set this aside. Then for the other one, and here is hopefully you can, you know what, let me put this on a paper towel so you can see it a little bit better. You can see the design. There's this one. And notice the kind of bluish color on the bird. There's vanilla, buttercream type colors going on. So what I chose here is Touch of Velvet, because I felt like that goes well with these flowers and even some of these leaves over here. And then I chose Buttercream, and I chose this paste. It's literally no brand. I got it off Amazon. I'll try to remember to link it. If I don't, leave me a comment and I'll get it for you. It's literally called Metallic Resin Pigment. Multiple colors, limitless possibilities. There's no brand, you guys, but I recently tried it for the first time, and it's actually really pretty. It's somewhat translucent, and it's not exactly this color blue, but I think it'll look good. I'm hoping it'll look good. I'm a little more nervous about this one, obviously, but we're just going to keep our fingers crossed. So that's what we're doing today. So we're going to set our UV DTF stickers and molds aside. I'm going to go ahead and get my resin going. I'll probably do 2 pours. If I remember correctly, and I may have to go look at my book, I think this one takes 14. It's either 12 or 14. I think it's 14 ounces for this one. So we're going to start with this one. So let me get my resin going, and then we'll come back and get our micas dissolved. Okay, I got my resin mixed up. Let's start with the Touch of Velvet. I'm going to have to do 2 cups for each color just because of the bubble remover. It'll bubble over if I fill it too full. So that is how I have to handle that. So we'll start with Touch of Velvet. This is a really pretty color. Let me set that aside for a moment. Let's get our buttercream in here. And then the other color is a paste. So we'll pour the resin in our cup first for that one. But let's get our buttercream in here. I really hope I'm in frame. Sometimes I don't even know if I am. Hopefully you guys like the new setup a little bit better. I got a new tripod-y thing so that it's a little bit more directly up and down. I'm really hoping it, I think I can tell in my editing that it looks a little bit better, but, and I've had a few people tell me, so hopefully, yeah. Okay, I'm adding just a little bit of alcohol just to dissolve our mica. And then we'll add our resin. So let me just get these stirred up. I like to try to make sure I get all that powder that's on the side, if I can, just so it's all dissolved. That way when we add the resin, which I'll show you here in a moment, I don't normally show you, but I'm doing it a little bit different this time just to see if that works out better. So when I pour the resin in, it's just real easy. It's already dissolved for you. You won't have any unmixed mica. Okay, so this first one, I'm going to pour 3 ounces in here. Okay, I'm going to do a couple ounces in here. Okay, and then again, whoopsie daisy, I just spilled. I'll clean that up in a second. 3 ounces in here. We'll stir these all up in a moment. And oh my gosh, I spilled again. I hate that when it drips. A couple ounces in here. I like to get it out of the big cup though as soon as I possibly can. And then for the paste, I am really spilling. Oh, I need a stick. I'm gonna go 3 in here, and then like my spatula. Let me just really quick wipe this up. It's driving me nuts. I don't like it when I have resin spilled. Sorry. Okay. Then my last cup, we're going to put the rest in. This is for the paste, these two right here. So I've got my spatula handy. The rest is going in here. It should be about 2 ounces remaining, roughly. And I stirred this really good with my stick after I mixed it, just to make sure we didn't have any unmixed resin. And I reuse these cups, by the way. I think I've showed it a few times on my channel, how I wipe them out and then I spray them with alcohol, wipe them out again, and they're good to go. It's the same way I clean my paddle too with my mixer. And I just use these Let's Resin. I think they're 32 ounce cups. I get them on Amazon. They're the Let's Resin 32 ounce. They work with the large Let's Resin mixer. That's why I get these. They fit that one really well. Okay, almost got all this out. There we go. Last little bit. Set that aside. All right, got some stirring to do now. Let me get this one really quick stirred. It's about 1.5 ounces. That's okay. It was close to 2 ounces. All right, so this is the Touch of Velvet. That is pretty. I really hope these colors are going to look good with our sticker. I guess we'll see, huh? Now remember, the mica was already dissolved. So no worries there. Just getting it all incorporated is all we're doing here. Wipe this stick off. This is the other Touch of Velvet. And then and I've got this down now because I've done it so many times, but as far as timing goes, the bubble remover that I use, can fit 3 of these cups, okay, in at a time. And I do a 10-minute cycle. So that means I have 2 10-minute cycles to do. So 20 minutes. And you figure I mixed for about 5 minutes. And then my goofing around, getting everything ready is probably another like 5 minutes. So by the time we pour, the resin will start to get warm, which is what I want when I'm marbling, okay? So I don't have to use glue or anything. You can. I choose not to. I'd rather just, by that point, my resin's already getting warm. It's already thickening up a little bit, and it should marble nicely for me. So that's how I do it. Last mica one. Okay, nice, pretty. This buttercream is really pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to throw these 3 in the bubble remover, and then we'll put the pigment paste in the other 2. We can get that ready while these are in the bubble remover. All right, cool. Got that going. Okay, I shouldn't have put my sticks in here, I guess, because I kind of need them in my paste, but that's okay. I will use a small stick, actually. So this one has a little bit more resin in it. Oh, goodness gracious, I didn't know it was going to come off the lid like that. Wow. Okay, we got plenty in the lid. And I just stirred it the other day. It was looking pretty good, but I'll stir this around just to make sure. But I'm just going to take what's in the lid because that's plenty. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of stir it around with this popsicle stick. Really, 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 really good. And I'm going to wipe this off. And then I'm going to continue to stir with the stick that I already have in here. You really, really want to make sure that you have no unmixed pigment paste. Apparently, what happens, I've learned this from Beth from Resin Express, is you can get like soft spots. It won't cure, I think, if you have unmixed pigment paste. So make sure and stir, stir, stir that up. Really, really good. I'll probably go back and stir this one a little bit more. Okay, now this one's turn. This one has a little bit less resin. So that's good. Get this stirred in here. Perfect. Get that wiped off. I need to wipe off the side of my pigment paste. I wasn't expecting it to do that. All right, now we can put our lid back on. I probably have pigment paste all over me. Okay, got that cleaned up. I'm gonna put that back. Oh. And I'm going to clean my hands. Okay, so I'm going to stir these a little bit more. And as soon as the 10 minutes are up on my bubble remover, I will swap them out, take out the other ones and put those in, let that run, and then we'll be back to pour our irregular tray. Okay, we're ready to pour. So let's spray our mold. I'm going to show you the colors. So this is the Touch of Velvet, very pretty. And this is our buttercream. And then this is that metallic blue pigment paste that has no name or no brand. All right, let's hope they look good together. Oh, I think I want to do a dirty pour. I always think of that like last minute. All right, let's pour some in here. So we'll start with the Touch of Velvet. And then I think we'll do the buttercream next. And then our blue metallic. I'm just layering the colors in one cup. This way you won't have like the stripes from pouring straight one color at a time. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. There's that. And once we get the first layer, the silicone covered with the dirty pour, I don't have to dirty pour again. We can then just pour it in. So let's hope this goes well. All right, are we ready? I don't want that touch of gold or whatever to take over too much. Ooh, I'm hoping these, they look soft. They look soft together. Like, I don't know. I hope they look good together. Okay, there we go. Resin is definitely getting warm. I'm going to set that aside. We'll scrape it out if we need to. Ooh, but I think I kind of like the colors. Let's go in with some more of our whatever, this metallic blue paste. I don't know what to call it. I am going to get my spatula. Now I do have like another 1.5 ounces of this stuff. So pretty. It's somewhat translucent a little bit, but oh, it's beautiful color. I think it looks really good with the other colors. I might as well scrape out my dirty pour cup too, just so we don't waste it. Don't want to waste any resin ever. This stuff is expensive. Very expensive hobby that we all have here. Okay. Pretty. All right, let me clean off my spatula. Let's add some more of this touch of velvet in here. And then the buttercream. Okay. Then let's add some more of the no-name blue paste. This cracks me up that it has no brand, nothing. I'll save the scrapings of that. All right, we'll just continue on. Oh, you know what I think I want to do? I probably should have already done it. Is I'm going to take my dotting tool and just kind of, yeah, I should have done this a little bit earlier, but that's okay. We're still doing it. Just going to go around the edges here, looking for any bubbles. Okay. All right, let's get some buttercream. Okay. We're getting down to the wire. Let's finish off this one, and then we'll scrape some of them. You know what I just thought of? I don't have a drip mold ready, our next drip mold, because right? Did I unmold that? Where is the snail? We unmolded this snail. I'm losing my mind, you guys. I'm doing too many videos at once. Yeah, we did unmold the snail, right? Oh, gosh. I'm feeling very confused right now. What's new? Anyway, I don't have a handy dandy drip mold, but I don't think we're going to need one on this pour because I think all of it's going to fit in here. go back to the touch of velvet. Well, I definitely think the tray is going to be pretty. I just hope it will go with our what we picked out. If not, I have other stickers so we can, you know, regroup and make a different decision if we need to on that. But we'll see. We'll know when it's cured. And if I didn't mention it, it's pretty obvious right now, but we put the sticker on after it's cured. And then we'll do a top coat. Okay, I have the blue left to do, but let me just spray off these bubbles on top. You know, this thing actually probably could take 16 ounces because I think I got 15 ounces is what I ended up with, not 14. And we're not done. We're good enough. Like, I'm not worried about it. I don't have to make any more or anything, but it absolutely could have taken another ounce. So, if you have, I'll link this mold in the description box. So if you have this mold or if you end up getting this mold, I would plan 16 ounces on this one. I was thinking it was 14, but I think we're okay. We'll be just fine. Okay. Pretty. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit up a little bit. And then I'm going to move it over to my other finishing table. I have another heat mat over there. I'll probably put it on heat for a while. But I will mix up the resin for our other tray, get all that taken care of, run through the bubble remover. All the good things will happen behind the scenes. And then we'll be back to pour the next tray. All right, we are ready to pour this tray. This is the Opal Violet. This is the Wild Ivy, and this is our Alchemy. Sorry about my voice. I lost my voice. This is the next day, actually, and my voice is really hoarse. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, so here we go. Oh, by the way, I found my snail. We have not demolded the snail. We might have enough left over to fill it, so that might get demolded in this video. I couldn't remember. I was like, where is that snail? Yeah, so I found him. I found him. He was hanging out. Oh, I meant to do a dirty pour. Oh, well, I guess we're not doing a dirty pour. That's okay. We'll try to make it work. Maybe we'll pull the heat gun out and mix the resin around. That might be pretty. So let me just get a small layer going on here. Oh my gosh, my voice. I'm so sorry, you guys. Last night was our high school reunion, and I think I talked too much or something. I don't know. The night air, who knows why my voice is acting up like this. Anyway, okay, let's pull the heat gun out. I might mute you for this. Okay, let's add a little bit more resin. I really wish I would have done a dirty pour, but I don't know. Hopefully this will work out. We shall see. Okay, I think I want to do the heat gun again. Plus the heat gun helps with bubbles too. There, that's looking pretty good, I think. I am going to take it, it's pretty full. So let me go down here with my dotting tool, just around the edges. See if there's any bubbles that need to be dislodged. Okay, those are pretty colors. All right. Let's add a little bit more of the opal. I think we're getting close here. Yeah, I'm not sure how much. Let's see. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay. I've got 2 ounces of the ivy left and just drippings of the other color. So it takes about 10 ounces to fill this up, in case you were curious. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see. Let's make our little turtle. Why not? Oh, gosh. I don't think I can really slide this. Maybe a little. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Let's start with spraying the turtle. I love this turtle mold. And let's get our opal out. Okay, there's that. And then let's use the alchemy. It looks so pretty with this opal violet. Beautiful, beautiful. What do you think? I think those colors look really lovely together. It's kind of, I don't know if that'll help, but just kind of swirling them around a little bit. But I am going to add the green as well, which will probably be more on the back of the turtle, but that's okay. Maybe a little bit in the feet and the tail. There we go. Looks good. There's a bubble right there on his foot that just doesn't want to pop for me. We're going to get it. There we go. We got it. Just going to kind of go around. There we go. Okay. Could probably top him just a little bit. And that is perfect. All right. Well, I am going to fill up the rest of that snail, so I think we'll be able to demold the snail, which is awesome. So let me do that. We'll get these cured up and then we'll come back and we'll demold everything and put the stickers on and do our top coat. Okay, we are ready to demold. So the extras from this tray are right here. I ended up getting the turtle with all the colors, and then I did have some clear left over, and I just used some green apple alcohol ink by Octopus, and I made these 2 flowers. So we'll take a quick look at our extras. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. I knew the pink would be on the top, because remember I poured in the opal violet first, and then I poured in the alchemy. It made a beautiful color. Yeah, but that's cute. We'll decorate that little turtle up. And then this is the Bond Crafter flower. I like this flower a lot. So shiny. Isn't that pretty? That's in that green alcohol ink. Ooh, we did good too. I don't think we have any bubbles. Nice. And then this is an orchid. This is really pretty too. I like to save these and use them for jar toppers, if they're the right color, you know. But yeah, that's pretty. It's a matte mold, but it looks good. I think it looks really good. Okay, let me set these back aside and let's take a look at our tray. So this looks so pretty on the back. I'm really hoping the front looks like that, but it probably doesn't, as you know. But that's okay. Let's see what we got here. Let me just break the seal real quick. Oh yeah, if I remember right, this one was a little awkward to get out. Like more difficult than I would have thought it should have been. I don't know. Here we go. You just got to get all these little curves out. All right. Okay, let me get my mold back. Ooh, my mold is bent funny. There we go. Okay, fixed. All right, are we ready? Ooh, that is pretty. Okay. This was this one that we were going to use. I mean, we'll pick whichever one looks better, but I think I was choosing it based off the flowers and stuff. Yeah, because this one has that blue and the bird, which I don't even know if the blue showed up. So anyway, another look at this. Very pretty. Ooh, this is kind of sharp on the bottom. There's some spots. Yeah, definitely going to have to get that sanded. All right, let's open up this one next. I love this mold. Now, these molds are from Amazon. I will list them in the description box. So if you're wanting one of these irregular shaped tray molds, you'll have a link to them. Okay, I got to pull this closer just to kind of get it started. So bear with me. Oh, I already cut myself. Great. Okay, are we ready? Oh my goodness, not easy. All right, let me get my mold back. Sorry. Bear with me. We're almost there. They're just awkward shaped. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, now let's take a look. Oh, wow. That blue looks amazing. Oh, it's so soft and so pretty. Look at how gorgeous that looks. Wow, that is really pretty. Very, very pretty. My gosh. You know, and some people comment, you know, oh, it looked good, but, you know, you don't need the stickers. And you don't. You could certainly, this looks gorgeous. You could leave it just like that. But I do enjoy adding embellishments. But absolutely, I think both of these look fantastic. But this one is my favorite of the two. Look at those colors. I do have some mica, what am I trying to say? Micro bubbles right there. Oh my gosh, but look at that. That is gorgeous. That blue, that metallic. that no name, no brand, whatever. Where's it at? Let me grab it. This stuff. Metallic resin pigment. That stuff. And you know what? I have another one. I haven't tried it yet, but we're going to try it. It's like a pinky color, like a darker pink color. Definitely want to give that a try soon because I'm really loving this. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. All right. So I am going to do the stickers. So I do need to cut them to make them fit. And so all I do, let me set this one aside, get this one going. I got to figure out which direction. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But as you can see, I am going to have to cut around this sticker. And I'm okay with that. It's not going to fit perfectly. So you got to really goof around with it. Kind of figure out what needs to be cut. And it takes a while to do that. So I'll kind of do this one on camera with you, and then I'll probably do the other one off camera because I think you get it, right? So I'm just kind of taking a guess, curving it around, and then I can make final adjustments. So I definitely need to cut along here and probably more around that clock or whatever that is, watch. I don't know what that is. So we'll go up around here. Try to go around this clock. Oopsie daisy. See if that's fitting a little bit better. Because you don't want it to go too, I mean, this tray is awkward, right? But it kind of goes up a little bit. And you can get the top coat to kind of float over it, but, you know, you want it to kind of be mostly on the flat part. So I am going to goof around. We may lose a leaf or something, you know, and that's okay. But like I may have to lose this leaf altogether so that this is more flat. And then we'll have to cut this a little bit too. Yeah. So let me go in here. Cut around this. See if that's getting any better. We're getting there. That's looking pretty good. I'm trying to save this leaf and not have to cut it, but I may have to just kind of make it a little bit smaller. There, that side looks good. I am going to have to cut this feather off. So I hope I'm making sense. It's just so it fits in the tray. So a little bit of fussy cutting your sticker. There we go. That is much better. Okay. Now you can save, you know, these pieces. This is just script. I mean, you know, if you want to use it on something else. So I have a little container where I have a bunch of UV DTF. Let me set these aside where I have scraps. Okay, so that one looks pretty good. So now what I like to do is I'm going to just, especially with these Shabby Chic ones that have the script and stuff, I like to just take something and burnish it really well. Because there's a backing and a front, right? And we want to remove that backing and lay it down in our piece. I've been touching this a lot, so I am going to just really quick clean it with some alcohol. just so we know it's really, really clean, and make sure it's really dry too. Alcohol dries really fast, but I always wipe it dry as well. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the backing off so the sticker should stay on the top. And like I said, with these ones with a lot of detail, just go slow and make sure like this word is not coming off. So I'm going to rub it back in. There we go. Okay. Almost, almost. Okay, perfect. So it's all on the topping. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to do the best I can. I got to stand up. So I just try to center, put it where I kind of cut to make it work. Start in the center and I move over to one side and then I move over to the other side. Burnish it in really good because now we have to pull the topping off. So really burnish that in. You want the sticker to only adhere to your piece. Okay. And then I typically use a little, I call it a pokey tool. I think it's called a scribe, but I make up words apparently. And then you just grab the topping and carefully pull it off, and you just want to make sure nothing's on the topping, that it's all on your piece. Oh, that came off nicely, actually. Yeah, so nothing's left on there. We're done with that. Perfect. That looks really pretty. What do you think? Oh, yeah, you could totally display that. That looks really nice. Just checking for bubbles. If you do see a bubble, I think I just have one very, very, very small one. It looks good otherwise, but you can just poke a hole in it and rub that air out, and it's all good. Like so. Easy peasy. Okay, so that is how you do it. I will do the exact same thing for this one. I've got to cut this one way down because I want it to fit in mostly the flat part of the bottom. So we'll get as much as we can, but we're going to lose some of the sticker. So this will take me a little bit. I will work on this, get it adhered, mix up some tabletop resin. You can use one-to-one. You can use whatever resin you want, but I happen to have tabletop resin, so I'm going to use it. And I'll get that mixed up, and then when we come back, we'll just pour the top coat. Okay, I mixed up the tabletop resin, and I'm going to put just a teeny weeny little bit of crushed crystal. So just a little bit on the tip of my stick. Oops, I need that stick. I used my paddle mixer and mixed it, and I'm now gonna, as I mix in the crushed crystal, I'm gonna be scraping the sides and the bottom really good just to make sure everything is well incorporated. So yeah. Okay, that looks good. Clean off the stick. All right, let's do this thing, shall we? We'll start with this one first. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of pour, starting over here and just kind of drizzle over this sticker, and then what you can, I'll probably use a heat gun also to spread it around, but I typically roll the resin around. I'll show you first. I just kind of go like this and roll it all around, making sure everything gets covered well. And it's, like I said, just because it's such an awkward shape, you gotta really watch where you're rolling the resin, you know, so you don't roll it right off. And just do the best you can, you know. And when we use the heat gun, that also, if you do use a heat gun, that also helps with bubbles, getting rid of any little bubbles that you might have in your resin. Ooh, oopsie daisy, I don't want to go over. Roll it this way. Okay, that is looking pretty good. Let me take my heat gun and we'll do a pass through real quick.
Hey, I've been dreaming about you. Every night I see you clear as day. It's just something about the way you make me feel, 'cause I can't concentrate.
Okay, that looks good. All right. And then, of course, you can always take a lighter also if you see any other bubbles. And I'll watch it for a while, you know, as they come to the top and pop any bubbles that I see. But you could just roll your lighter over it or a little torch. And then I let these just sit and naturally cure. Do not put them on a heat mat. It doesn't do well with the UV DTF sticker. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'll just put you on a fast forward and we'll do this one real quick. Oh, by the way, this is how the sticker turned out on this piece. I don't think I showed you yet. Okay, I'll go ahead and put you on a fast forward.
What a wasted time. Should have been here on the outside, read the signs. Used to call you mine. Gave it my best, but I don't need one more try. 'Cause maybe I'm all out of hope. Could I find it when I go? Think we're only here to stay alive now. Funny, we ran out of kicks. Now you only make me sick.
Okay, I'm going to let these cure up naturally. I will do, and then I'll sand and do all the finishing work, and then we'll be back for the final reveal. Okay, so I forgot to demold our snail, so we'll do that real quick. Plus, these are extras from our top coat. What I did is I took some silver alcohol ink by Octopus and put it in the leftover top coat. Oh, I can't believe I didn't get bubbles on. I was sure I would get bubbles, but I didn't. Yay! So look at that beautiful flower. And then I also made the orchid. So let me put those aside. And it turned out really, it's just a soft silver. It doesn't take over anything. It's really, really pretty. So yeah, so there's these two. And then we get to demold our drip mold. So this is a drip mold. I have lots of different projects in here. So let's go ahead and get this thing demolded. And then I've got to figure out a new drip mold. I don't know. Oh, this might be kind of tough to, to demold. Let's squirt some alcohol down in there. Kind of break the seal a little bit. I need to squirt more for sure. So you can use soapy water or alcohol, and you're just breaking the seal with it, and it makes it a lot easier to demold for sure. Have a paper towel handy. Dry it off because it's kind of hard to maneuver otherwise. Let's see if we can get some up in the face. We're getting there. We're getting there for sure. Okay. Get this part. Here we go. Now we're getting it. Almost got to get the little antennas off here. Ah, there we go. Or I guess it's its eyes. I always call those antennas. It's actually the eyes of the snail. Okay, now let me get my mold back real quick here. Here we go. All right, perfect. And we got some rogue pieces of overpour or something. All right, let's take a look. Oh my gosh, she's cute. Look at, you can see all the different layers. The pink, look at the eyes. Those are cute. There's some green alcohol ink, some pinks, some purples, blues, whites, all different colors. I think that's like a, oh yeah, that's a gold in there. And there looks like there's some glitter. It's really cute. What do you think? And then you can use it for whatever you want. You could put a little plant in there. You could certainly drill a hole and put like a real plant if you wanted to, or you could just put like a little fake succulent or something. But she's super cute. What do you think? I'll probably dress her up a little bit. Yeah, so I got to work on finishing the rest of the pieces. The trays turned out great. I can't wait to show everything to you. So we will now officially be back for the final reveal. Okay, we are ready for the final reveal. So our drip mold turned out super cute. This is our snail. I just painted her eyes, gave her some lipstick, put a little bow on her, and blinged out her little shell or whatever. And yeah, she turned out really cute. What do you think? And then our flowers, I think, turned out cute. This is my little flower. And then this is the Craftor flower. I just put some AB rhinestones on those. And then for the orchids, I used silver metallic paint pen for this one and gold metallic paint pen for this one. Super cute. And I saved these to use them as jar toppers, but you could put magnets on them. You can make them into a bag charm, keychain, whatever. And then look at our cute little turtle. I used AB rhinestones also on the turtle. She turned out really cute as well. Now for our trays. I didn't do any bling or anything. Of course, I sanded and covered up the sand marks. But there it is with the top coat with the crushed crystal. And I just think this one turned out so beautiful. The colors, I think, are perfect for the sticker. I think it looks really, really nice together. What do you think? And then for this tray, the same. I didn't want to bling it or anything. I think it's gorgeous. These colors in this tray are so beautiful. And they bring out the pink in that flower. And I think the brown on the bird looks really good with the pink. What do you think? I think they're very shabby chic. They look really, really good. So yeah. So those are our projects for today. I hope it gave you some inspiration. And I just want to thank you for your time. Thanks for spending time with me. It really means a lot to me. And if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe to my little YouTube channel. And thank you to all of those who are subscribed. I really appreciate all the comments, the likes, just watching. I just really appreciate all of you so very, very much. All right, everybody, I will link the molds in the description box for your convenience. And I also have a bunch of discount codes down there. And my email if you're ever interested in purchasing any of my demos or would like to place a custom order. All right, stick around for the pictures. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
just got to know